Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we are going to be making this four-leaf clover. So this four-leaf clover is different than the shamrock, except for all the colors are the same. We're doing the dark green, the medium green, and the regular green, and the white. This square is 31 by 31. So we do a 31 chain, and then we do a the basic baseline stitching is row 1. And if you don't remember how to do this, then go to the shamrock, which is the very first square in this series, and I show you how to do that. So starting at row 2, we are going to start out with 12 stitches. So we need 11 of these pearls. This is 1. This counts as 1, and that's why we're doing 11 pearls. So you'll have a total of 12. So there's 2 pearls, 3 pearls, 4 pearls, 5 pearls, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now you should have 12 stitches though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then we need a dark green. And we are going to knit the next 3 stitches with the dark green. So just like we did in the shamrock, we're going to do the knitting in the picture. And then the pearls on the outside. And then we need another white. And we need to get this in here somehow. This is the only way I could figure out how to start a color doing a pearl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this forward and purl this. And then I'm going to take that one out and pull this one back. And there we go. We got our pearl. So we need 15 pearls. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and then the end stitch, which goes through both of these stitches at the end and bring up a loop, and that will make you 16 all together right here. Okay, so we're going to work these off, and I will show you how to do it as we're changing color. You're going to go through the first one, just one, and now you're going to go through 2 every time until you get to that green, that dark green. All right, then you're going to bring up your dark green, and you're going to go you do those stitches. And then just kind of tug that together. And then we're going to go to the white and we're going to finish off the row. And we're just going to tug these together. I'm going to pull that until those are together and tug those together. Until we're going to finish off the row until we wind up with, we're going through 2 until you wind up with 1 loop on your hook, which is always the first loop of the next row. All right, so this is what this looks like, and now we're going to do row 3. So row 3, we need 10 purls. We need 11 stitches, but this counts as 1, so we need 10 purls. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we need 1 dark green. So this, we're going to go in and knit that. All right, and then we're going to need a light green. Or this is called a medium green. But I guess we could call it a light green. All right, so we need 3 of these. And we're just going to knit those. And then we need to bring in another dark green. And we're going to knit that one in here. And then we're going to go to our white. And I need to find my white right here. It is. All right. Now we need 5 purls, white purls. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need a dark green again. And we need 3 of these. So we're going to knit them in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need another white. So again, trying to get this in there, I'm going to try to purl that in and get rid of this other loop. And pull that back through. All right, we are going to need 6 purls, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then the end is 7. So you should have 7 loops all together, but 6 of those are purls. Okay, and work those off, and we'll be back for row 4 next. Row 4. We are starting out with 10 stitches. This counts as 1, so now it means we need 9 purls. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, and then we need one dark green. And then we need regular green now. So we're bringing in this regular green. And we need 5 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need another dark green at the end here. And then we need 3 pearl whites. And a dark green. And then we need this light green or medium green, whatever you want to call it, I guess. So we need 3 of them. So there's 2 and 3, and then we need another dark green. At the end here. And then we're going to finish this off with 5 pearls. But you're going to have 6 stitches altogether. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 at the end, which will make 6. Alright, so there's what it looks like. Make sure these are tight around your hook. And then work those off, and we'll be back for row 5 next. Alright, so row 5, we are starting out with 6 white, but we need to do 5 pearls. So since we've got that first one on there, you're doing 5 pearls. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. And you should have 6 on there. Alright, now we need our dark green, and we're knitting 4 of those. So I'm just going to bring this over here from here. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, then we need 6 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we need a dark green next. And then 2 pearl whites. And then we need a dark green. That gets knitted. So all greens get knitted unless I tell you differently. Okay. Then we need 1 medium green. And then we need another regular green. So we need 3 or 4 of those. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then a dark green. All right, and then we need 5 whites, but we're going to purl 4 of those. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so that's what it looks like. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 6 next. Okay, so row 6, we are starting out with 5 stitches, so 4 of those are going to be purled. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. But you have 5 stitches there because of this end one. All right, so now we need a dark green right here. And we had this light green down here, and what I'm going to do is just pull it up to there, or this medium green. We need 3 medium greens. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 7 regular greens. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a dark green. And 2 pearl whites. And then a dark green. And a light green. And then 3 regular green. And then we need another light green. And a dark green. All right, and we need four pearl whites. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 at the end, which you'll have 5 whites at the end there too, all together. Okay, so that's what it should look like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 7 next. Okay, so row 7, we are going to start out with 3 pearls, but you will have 4 stitches all together. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So there's 4 stitches there. And then we need a dark green. And a medium green. And then you need 7 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need another medium green. A regular green. And a medium green again. Then a dark green. Wait a minute, did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. All right, and then yeah, the dark green's right here. And then we're going to do 1 pearl white. And then we need dark green, which goes in this white one right here. There we go. All right, and then 1 medium green. And 4 regular green. Wait a minute, that medium green goes in the dark green before this one right here. And now we need 4 regular greens. So there's 2 3, 4, and then a medium green, and a dark green, and then you need 5 or 4 pearls, whites. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus the 1 at the end, which will make 5 white at the end there. Alright, so this is what row 7 looks like. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 8 next. Alright, so row 8, we're going to start out with the 4 stitches again, so 3 of them are purled. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need 1 dark green, and 1 light or medium green, six regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 medium green, 2 regular green, and a medium green, and then a dark green. Where'd you go? And then 1 pearl white, and a dark green, a medium green, and 6 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we need a dark green, and then you need 3 stitches no, 4. So, but 3 of them are pearls. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one is at the end. All right, so that's what row 8 looks like. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 9 next. All right, so row 9, we are going to do the same thing. We need 4 stitches, but we're going to purl 3. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then you should have 4 all together right there. All right, and then we're going to need a dark green. And a light green. And then we need 3 regular green. 1, 2, 3. And then need a light green. And then we need our regular green back. We need 2 regular green. 1, 2. Then you need a light green, a green, and a light green. So 1 light, 1 green, and a light. And then you need a dark green right there, and 2 white. But this first white, we're going to just knit it. All right, we're going to purl the next one. And then you need a dark green again. And a light green. And then we need 5 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 light green. And then a regular green. And a dark green. All right, and then you should end up with 3 white, but we're going to purl the first 2 and then the one at the end. And there is row 9 and what it looks like on the hook. Okay, work those off and we'll be back for row 10 next. All right, so row 10, we need to start out with 4 stitches, but 3 of those are purled. So there's 1, 2, 3. Then we need a dark green. You have 4 stitches though at the beginning here. All right. Yeah, this is all right. Now we need 5 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need a medium green. So I'm going to put a medium green in here, or the light green. And then we need 3 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then a medium green again. And a dark green. All right, come on. All right, 2 pearl whites. And then a dark green. Then a light green. And 4 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and a light green. And then we need 3 regular green. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need a dark green. 1 pearl white. And then the one at the end, which you will only have 2 regular whites now at the end there. And that's what it looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 11 next. All right, row 11. We're going to start out with 5, so we need 4 of these need to be purled. Well, no, 3 does. So there's 1, 2, 3. This one here is going to be knitted. It's a white, but it needs to be knitted into that color. So you have 5 all together. All right, so now we need a dark green and 2 light green. And then 3 green. And then a light green, a green, and a light green. And then you need a dark green. All right, now we need a white, but we're going to knit that one right into here, just like we did the other white on the other side. And then purl the next one. All right, and then we need a dark green, which goes into this other white over here. And a light green. I can get it into that stitch. All right, now we need 3 regular green, so 1, 2, 3, and 2 regular green, or 2 light green. There's 1 and 2, and then we need 4 regular green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, our dark green, and then 1 pearl white, and then the one at the end. And there we have it. All right, so that is row 10. Work that off. We'll be back for row 11 next. All right, row 12. We are going to start out with 6 white. So there's 1 here, and we need to purl the next 4 or 5. No, 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this other white gets knitted. So there should be 6. There is 6 right there. So 6 white altogether, and then you need a dark green in there, and actually need 2 dark green, and then 2 light green, and 3 regular green. So 1, 2, 3, and 1 light green, and 1 dark green, one pearl white, and then a dark green, and 1 light green, 2 green, two light green, and 6 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a dark. Hang on a minute, that ain't right. I missed one right there. Hang on a second, we gotta go back. Alright, now we should have 6 left. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the dark green. And then 1 pearl white and the regular, the white at the end. We'll make 2 white at the end here. Alright, that's what row 12 looks like. So work those off and we'll be back for row 13 next. Alright, so row 12, we are going to start out with 8 white. There's 1. So 5 of these get purled. So there's 1 pearl, 2 pearl, 3, 4, 5. Then 2 whites get knitted in those. Okay, and so you should have 8 altogether. 8 white. Then we need 2 dark green. So there's 1, 2, and 3 light green. 1, 2, 3, and 1 regular green, and a dark green. One white pearl. Get in there. Another dark green. One regular green. And then two light green. 1, 2, and 5 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I didn't do that right. This ain't right. All right, let's back up, guys, to the dark green right here. We need, after this dark green, we need 2 light green. And then 8 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we need a light green at the end and a dark green, and then the 2 white. This white gets purled, and then the one at the end. All right, so there is row 13. All right, so work those off, and we'll be back for row 14 next. Okay, so row 14, we need 4. So there's 1, and so 3 of these are going to be purled, so that you'll have 4 altogether. All right, then we need this dark green, and we need 4 dark greens. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I am going to bring this white over here, because now we need 2 white. But I'm not purling these. I'm going to knit these 2 white. So there's 1, 2, and then we need the dark green again. And what we can do is just use this dark green right here. and we are needing 7 dark green next. So there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's 9. All right, this makes sense now. 7. I can't read my writing. 8 and 9. All right, and then we need a regular green next. And then a light green. We are going to need 2 light greens. And then 5 regular greens. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we need a light green and a dark green. And then the 2 white at the end. That is what row 14 looks like. Work those off. We'll be back for row 15 next. All right, row 15. We need have 3 stitches at the beginning here. So we're going to purl the next 2 so that we'll have our 3 white. And then we need a dark green. And then we need 4 light green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 dark green. 1, and 2. And 4 white. These get knitted. So I'm going to knit these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 3 dark green. So there's 2 and 3. So we've been working with, I'm going to pull in another white here. We need 2 white. I'm wondering if I should just, well, let's not do that. Let's just pull this one over. It's only 3 stitches. So we need 2 white here. All right, and then 3 dark green. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then we need 5 light green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we need a dark green here. Right there, and then you're going to end up with 3 white. So this first white gets purled because it's coming out of that dark green, and then not gets purled, gets knitted. Then the next one gets purled, and then the last one is at the end as an end stitch. Okay, so that is what row 15 looks like on the hook. Just work those off, and we will be back for row 16 next. All right, so row 16, we're going to start out with 2, so we just need 1 purl, and then that way we have 2 white. Then we need a dark green, and then we need a light green. And then we need a regular green, which I'm going to pull up from here. And we need 6 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And is that 8? Yeah, we need 8 dark green then. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to pull this white over, and we need 4 white in there next. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need a dark green, which is this one. And we need 5 dark green. So There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we need 4 white. So this one gets knitted. The next 2 get purled. And then the last one is pulled up at the end. So we have 4 white at the end there. Alright, so this is what row 16 looks like. Work those off and we will be back for row 18 next. Okay, so we're going to start out with 2 white again. So that means this next one needs purled. And then we need a dark green. And a light green. One green. And then one light green. So I'm just going to bring this back over. And then we need 5 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we need 3 light green. So 1, 2, 3, and 3 dark green. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we need a light green on this side. And 2 dark green. Alright, so this white, pull it out of my way. So I need 2 dark green. So there's 1 and 2 right there. Then I need the rest in white, which I'm going to pull this white over. And I'm just going to knit these 2 whites. So we need 11 of them. There's 2, and I'm just going to knit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then the last next 3 I'm going to knit or purl. So I knitted 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm purling 3. That'll be 10. And the last one is just the one at the end, and that's 11. Alright, there we go. We have 2 leaves done on our 4-leaf clover. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool looking? So we will be back. We'll work those off, and then we'll be back for row 18 next. Row 18, we're going to purl this next one, and that way you'll have 2 white, and then we need 1 dark green, and 1 light green, two green, and 2 light green, and then we need 3 green, one light green, 1 green, and 1 light green. We need 1 dark green, and 1 white. So I'm bringing this white back over here to the middle. Bring it up there. We're going to put that, we're going to knit that. And then we need a dark green again, which is on this side. And then 3 light greens. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then 3 dark green. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then 8 white. So we're going to purl the next 7. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then go through 2. That's 8 all together. So at the end, you got the end one. So that's 8 all together, and that is what row 18 looks like. We'll be back for row 19 next. Alright, so row 19, again, we only need 2 white to start out with. So we're going to purl that next one. So we'll have our 2 white. And then we need a dark green. And 7 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1 light green, and then 2 regular green, 1, 2, and 1 light green. Then we need a dark green, and a white, and a dark green. I'm going to purl this white. All right. And then we need a light green, two regular green, and 3 light green. I'm just going to bring that up from there. Three dark green, so there's 1, 2, 3, and then we should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 white left. So the first 4 we're going to purl. And then 1 at the end will make 5. Alright, so that is what row 19 looks like. We will work them off and be back for row 20. Okay, so row 20, we are needing 3 whites to start out with. So we're going to purl this first one. That gives us 2 white. And the next white, we're going to knit it. Alright. Then we need 1 dark green. Oh, I've got the wrong green in my hand. Where'd that dark green go? And then we need 4 regular green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 light green. 1, 2, and 3 regular green. 1, 2, 3. a dark green, which is in here, and a white, which will get knitted because it's coming out of that dark green there. And then we need a dark green again, which is here, coming out of this white. And get it in there. Then I need a light green. And then 6 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 light green. One, 2, 3, 1 dark green, and then 4 white at the end. So first 3 will be purled. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then the 1 at the end, and that's 4. All right, so this is what row 20 looks like, and we'll work those off, and we'll be back for row 21 next. All right, so row 21, we are starting out with 4 white this time. So these first 2 get purled. Which will have 3. The 4th one gets knitted right in there. All right. Then we need 1 dark green and 3 light green, and 5 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One dark green, 1 white, 1 dark green. I'm going to purl this white. All right, and then we need a light green, and 10 green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then a dark green, and then we should have 3 white left over. So these first 2 get purled, and then 1 at the end. Alright, and that's what row 21 looks like. We'll be back, work those off, and then we'll be back for row 22. Alright, row 22. We are starting out this time with 5 white, so the first 3 gets purled here. And that makes 4, so the 5th one gets knitted. Alright, then we need a one dark green, and looks like 7 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a dark green, a white, and a dark green. I'm going to purl this white. We need a light green, and 11 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and whoa, yeah, 11. Do the 11th one, and then we have a dark green next, and then 2 white. The first one gets purled, and then the other one is at the end. Alright, so that is what row 22 looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we will be back for row 23. Row 23. It is the same. We need 5 white. So we are going to purl the next 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need a dark green. And we need 7 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A dark green here. Yeah, a dark green, a white, and a dark green. So I'm going to purl this white. a dark green, and then we need a light green, and then we need 3 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then a light green. And then we need 5 green and a light green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 actually. And then we need, I'm going to bring up this light green here. I'm going to put a light green here, and then a dark green, and then we need 1 pearl white, and then end to make 2 white at the end. There you have it. So that is what it looks like for row 23. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 24 next. Alright, so row 24, we are needing 5 again, so we are going to purl the next 4. There's 3 altogether, 4, and then here's your 5th one. Then we need a dark green, and 6 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 dark green, and a white, and a dark green. So this white is going to be knitted though, and here, since that's coming out of that dark green, and your next dark green is in the white. Well, I keep losing it. Oh, come on. Alright. Alright, and now I need 6 green next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we need a light green right here, and 5 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a light green, and then a dark green, and the 2 white to finish off the row. We're going to purl the first one, and then the last one is at the end. And that is what row 24 looks like. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 25 next. Alright, so row 25, we are starting out with the same 5 white. So we are going to purl the next 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that gives you 5. Alright, and now we need a dark green, a light green, and then 4 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another light green. Alright, then we need a dark green, a white, and a dark green. This white I'm going to purl here. And the dark green. And then we need 3 green. So 1, 2, 3. And then we need this light green. We need, 1 light green. Here. And then 7 green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we need a light green, a dark green, and this time you're going to have 3 white. The first white here we're going to knit it though, and then we're going to purl the next, and then the last one is right at the end here. So you'll have 3. Alright, so that's what row 25 looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 26 next. 26, this time we'll be starting out with 6 white. So the next 4 will be purled. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this one is knitted, so you have 6 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, now we need a dark green here. And then we need 4 light greens. So there's 3 and 4. And then we need a dark green over here. And then we need 2 white. So this one is going to be knitted, and then this one, the second one, will be purled. All right, then we need a dark green. We need 2 green. Three green, actually. I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, 3 green. And then 1 light green. And 7 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we got a light green. Oh no, okay, that was wrong. Oh my goodness. Hang on a second. Let's back up. All right, we have 4 green after this light green. Should be 4 here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need 3 light green. 1, 2, and 3, and then a dark green, which comes out of this light green here. And then you should have 4 white. All right, so but this first white gets knitted and then purl in the next 2. And the last one is at the end. And so that will give you 4 white at the end. All right, and that's what it looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 27 next. Okay, we are going to be finishing this leaf, and there are some things that we don't need. We do need this white and this dark green, but the rest, this light green, these can all be cut off. The green, the light green, the light green, the dark green, and the white. Cut those off. All right. So we'll get started with row 27. We are going to start out with 7 white, and so that means 5 of these. The first 5 get purled. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one gets knitted. So you should have 7 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you need the dark green. And we need 4 dark green. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh gosh, I didn't need that white yet. Okay. I guess I do need to put that white back on. Unless I bring that one white over. Why don't we just do that instead of doing all that? So let's just bring this white over and put 3 white in. And this first one gets knitted and the other 2 get purled. So you'll have 3 white then after those 4 dark greens. And then we need another dark green. And 2 white. 2 green. And then we need a light green. Then we'll go back to the green. And we need 5 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need 3 dark green. So 1, 2, 3, and you'll end up with 5 white. The first one gets knitted, and then the other, the next 3 gets purled. And there's 4, and the 5th one is the one at the end here. And there we have it. So that is row 27, and we will be back for row 28. Go ahead and work those off, and I'll see you for row 28. Alright, so row 28, we are starting out with 15 white. So we're going to purl. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 purl in the first 6. That gives us 7. And then the next 4 we're going to knit. So there's 8, 9, 10, and 11. Purl the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to knit the last one right here. And you should have 15. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, we do. All right. Now we need a dark green and a light green. And then we need 3 green. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 light green. 1, 2, and then a dark green. And I'm looking back here. This light green right here can be cut off. We don't need this one here. All right, and we need 7 white. So these first two will be knitted, and then we need to purl all the rest of them to the end. So there's 4 altogether. 5, 6. We're purling 4, and then the last one is 7. Alright, so that's what row 28 looks like. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 29 next. Alright, so our regular green back here can be cut off because we're done with that. And in row 29, we are going to start out with, we need 16. And we are going to purl them all but the last one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, but that makes 15 because I didn't count the one at the end yet. So now we have 15, and the 16th one is going to be purled. Not purled, knitted. So now we need a one dark green, and then we need 3 light greens. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and we need 2 dark green. So there's 1 and 2, and then there should be 9 white, or 8. Should be 9. So there's that first one is, that first white gets knitted, the rest get purled. So this is number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess we got 8. All right, so yep. That is what row, actually this bottom row right here should have been 8 and this should have been 9, and I don't know what I did, but I must have missed a stitch somewhere. So if you got 8 in row 28 at the end there, 8 white, you're right. You should have had 9 white here. So I will probably be figuring this out, what I did. But I don't think one stitch is going to make or break it, actually. So work those off and we'll be back for row 30 next. Alright, so before we start row 30, this light green can be cut off. We are done with that one. And this other dark green. Well, there's two dark green on here. So keep the first one, cut off the other one. Alright, so this row we need 17 white to start out with. So there is 2, and these are all being purled but the last one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And oh, and then this last one, number 17, is actually knitted right into that dark one. Now we need 3 dark greens. So there's 1, 2, and 3. The last 11 are white. The first 2 will be knitted. So there's 1, 2, and then we're going to purl the rest, except for the end one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then this end one is 11. Alright, then that's what that looks like, and we'll work those off, and we'll be back for row 31. Alright, so last row, 31, and we could cut off this green and white down here at this end. We only need that white down here. We only need this white. So everything is cut off. So what you're going to do is you're going to purl all the way up to here, 17, and then you're going to take the white and these 3 and not purl them. You're going to put them in knit them, and then purl across, and then that is the last row. Okay, and then on this one right here, the shamrock, go to the shamrock one, and I show you how to bind it off and put the border on. So go to the end of the shamrock one and do that exact same border. So it is the same thing, as we're going to be doing the same border throughout all these squares in this blanket. So there you go. And that will be the end of this. And there is our 4-leaf clover. Isn't that cool looking? Okay, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.